Welcome everyone to the 5th round of the 949 sim racing community. This next race is a nice hot sunny day in Misano. So on the race start, coming through the first corner, on the top end of the field there was no problems, everyone ran through fine. But on the second end there was a collision between the 421 Bentley and the 91 Nissan, and the 421 Bentley come off worse. The 421 come across the track and it was deemed as a racing incident. Coming through turn 3, there's an incident between the 32 Ferrari and the 887 Bentley, which ends up back in the field up, and the 32 Ferrari coming back on track bumps another Bentley, which then sends him out wide. Due to that incident, there was another incident that was caused with the 444 Ferrari and the 23 Lexus, which sadly also picked up the 240 McLaren as he was trying to pass. But lucky for these guys, they already passed through, just avoiding all that incidents and chaos. After the madness of the first few corners, coming into turns 4 and 5, we have the 421 Bentley looking to get past the number 9 Aston Martin. Aston Martin goes wide and the Bentley goes underneath, but the Aston Martin cuts back across and hits the nose of the Porsche, which is his own teammate, sends him off into the side. But the Porsche also continues to fight and gains a position on the Bentley, so the Bentley doesn't gain anything in that situation. At this angle coming into turn 5, we see the 25 Bentley go up the inside of the 91 Nissan. The 91 Nissan looks to have the bonnet lifted, which indicates that he must have had an awful altercation with someone, because he now has damage on the vehicle. Sadly, with the bonnet lifted, that means he has moderate damage, meaning that he's lost all aerodynamics on the front, and sadly that's the issue he's had all race, no front grip at all. Riding on the side of the 949 Porsche, we see the 31 Ferrari get up the inside, but what looked to have probably been a neckcord issue, and the 949 and 31 Ferrari come to see anything that could be done better. I will try and get your comments and reply as soon as I can, and yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for coming. Which further concreted that he had no aerodynamics on the front. The number 9 Aston Martin goes up the inside like he was standing still, but that Nissan, even though he's trying to fight back, had no grip on the front at all, so it understeered in nearly every corner, which then allowed the 240 McLaren to get up alongside, and also allowed the 444 Ferrari to get up alongside and pass him. Battle for 12th as the 240 McLaren dives up the inside, looking to try and regain his position from the earlier collision, but the number 9 Aston Martin, staying clean, goes back up the inside, and then the McLaren has to go up the inside of the left-hander, but ultimately not making the move stick, and the Aston Martin stays ahead. That 240 McLaren is still not giving up, hounding that number 9 Aston Martin. The Aston Martin goes a little bit wide, makes a mistake, that allows the 240 McLaren to get past, and that is all he needed, and the McLaren starts to drive away and leaves no room for that Aston Martin to catch back. Riding on board the 43 Mercedes as he passes what looked to be like a standing still Aston Martin. Coming into the next corner, you can see his closing speed, and you can see just about see the damage that's on that poor little Nissan. But that Aston Martin has not given up yet. He's now up the inside and regains his position, and the Mercedes stays round the back. Now back to that McLaren, who's trying to make a recovery drive on last but one corner. He gets alongside the Ferrari, and as they come into the last corner, he's on the inside line and the Ferrari lets him go. So McLaren is now up to P11 and still looking to make up more positions. Riding on front with the 23 Lexus, we can see coming up to the last corner that the number 9 Aston Martin is back all over the back end of that Nissan and takes it up the inside. That Nissan's still struggling to get that front car pointed, but due to him struggling and having to concede a position, he's in the draft of the Aston Martin, but allows the Lexus to get a dive up the inside of the right hand, but ultimately puts him on the outside of the left hand. So even though the Lexus took the position from the Nissan, didn't manage to take a position from the Aston Martin. Coming into turn 10, we see the Lexus take a huge lunge up the inside of that Audi, compromising the Audi so he has a slower exit, so the Lexus can also drive away. Managed to make it stick without any collision. Brilliant work by the Lexus. Ferrari and Porsche at it again as we ride on board the 25 Bentley. Porsche didn't take a very good line and allowed the Ferrari to get up the inside, but the Ferrari also done the switch over, so the Ferrari's still on the inside for the double right-hander. Porsche stuck to the outside line, so the Bentley tries to take an opportunity to go through the gap that's left there. But Porsche comes in too far, and the Bentley done his best to stay as tight as possible. The Porsche came in too much, and incident between the Porsche and the Bentley. Riding on board the number 9 Aston Martin, you can only presume that that 949 Porsche had damage from that incident, as it looked like the Porsche purposely went wide to let the Aston Martin through. So Aston Martin now up to 11th position. Once again, that 949 Porsche is losing another position, running off track, staying wide, which indicates that there is definitely some sort of damage on that car that the driver is really struggling with, as the Ferrari goes on and the Porsche can't do anything else to battle back. Battle for first position as the 36 Audi and the number 3 Lexus come in for the double right-hander. The number 3 Lexus goes up the inside, gives the Audi a bit of a bump. Now the Audi goes up the inside and pushes the Lexus off track, also going with him. Coming around to the left hand now, you'll see that the camera pans away so you miss the Lexus bump into the Audi. Because the Lexus gained an advantage from his instant spin in the Audi, the Lexus driver had to then give the position back to the Audi. But it doesn't make it so easy, and then as soon as it's back, the Lexus is all over the tail, trying not to let him get away, so he can refight for position. The battle continues for that first position as the Lexus gets a good run on the Audi. Coming down into the double right-hander, the Lexus has the inside line, so the Audi has no chance of fighting back. The Audi stays right on his tail to try and maximise any possible mistakes, but the Lexus gets through and gets through clean. Showing some patience, the Audi driver stayed as close as he could to the Lexus, as the Lexus makes a mistake on one of the last corners, but the Lexus already had a drive-through penalty, so the Audi doesn't battle him too much, knowing that he has to go to the pits to serve his drive-through penalty for track limits. So the Lexus driver took too many cuts on the track or too many off tracks, which caused him to have a drive-through penalty, and that allowed the Audi to get back into first position. Unpleased with the outcome, the Lexus starts his return back up the field as soon as possible, taking the position away from the 887 Bentley, which knocks him back up into 4th position. And at the end of the race, very well and hard fought by the number 36 Audi, as he rolls over the last corner and comes over the finish line to keep his championship winning streak going. So this driver won the last season's championship, I should say, and showing that he's a very formidable opponent for this series as well, as he tries to retain his title. So Sakami now in the lead with 145 points, which puts him 7 points clear ahead of Kyle Friesen. In 3rd place with some work to do is Luke Southall. He's showing that he can be a very good racer, just a bit of bad luck here and there has made him not quite make those top spots. But again, a very formidable opponent, so it's going to be interesting to see how the rest of the season goes. I just want to take this moment to say I'm sorry for the delay on this video. I've been waiting for the championship timetables. They were only posted 2 days ago. 2 days ago from the day that the video was uploaded, that is. And yeah, I'm very sorry about the delay. Following this video will be another 2 videos, which will be the race for Thursday night, and also then the highlights of the race for Thursday night. But again, I'd like to say thank you everyone for watching, and
Got to like that we do before.